want to hear my impression of a bird? Tweet, dang it! Tweet! We are back with Dread Canaries Against the Impossible Storm. I'm Dread Canary. The game is Against the Storm, and we will be playing on Impossible. So, let's see what we have going for us today. First off, I should probably get Twitch chat up in case anyone wants to say anything. Now let's look around. Now last time we unlocked walls and intersections for those walls, so we are lacking in gates. And the way to get gates is to play on the barren lands, but unfortunately we got dangerous lands, we have fertile grounds, we have a haunted forest, and we have a levitating monument, but we have no barren lands. So, oh, hello! Hey, I got someone in chat. Wonderful. Good to see you here. So we have to decide what we're going to do. So if I check our deeds, that's not what I wanted to do. Deeds. Let's see. They've added some new deeds with the most recent patch. I think they're designed to get people started. So, like, just playing on Royal Woodlands. Win 3 games in a cycle without going over 4 impatience. Ruined Armory. We didn't get any of the Utopias. We'll have to get some Utopias today, I think. Well, we do need to get the Haunted Forest, so we might as well do that. Okay. So it looks like I thought about going up here and blocking the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys so I could get a lead, but really I don't care that much. And there's a deed here for the Haunted Forest next to Royal Woodlands. It's like the game is just telling me, hey, grab these deeds right now. And I've said deeds so many times, I'm just going to name this something like Deedly. That seems nice. And let's see, we can get 5 lizards and 3 humans, 9 beavers and 2 randoms, 4 beavers and 4 lizards. Well, we know how much I love beavers, and I'm going to justify getting all the beavers because it gives me 2 more people, so I get 11 villagers. That's the most villagers possible. That seems like a thing. Chad says a different streaming schedule. Yes, so I changed it to be streaming on Mondays and Fridays because I decided I wanted my Sunday afternoons. It's when my friends were free. I just wanted to be able to see people a little bit more on my weekends. So Monday nights at 8 and Fridays at 9:30 Eastern is the new time. And we'll still be doing, you know, roughly 3 hours, hopefully 2 towns per. We'll see what happens when I start messing around with Prestige. Oops, spoilers. Didn't need to bring that up yet. Let's go ahead and, if we've got beavers, I'm going to say I want some scroll delivery. Scrolls are always annoying to get. We got 1 more point, so let's use that on some vegetables. And we will embark. Okay, so our mysteries are gain amber every drizzle based on how hostile the forest gets. Fair enough. Fog. So housing or people move slowly. Okay, so hostility 2 or higher. Cutting wood during the storm does nothing. We don't get any wood, it just cuts fast. Piercing winds. So fuel is just less efficient. Great, okay. And eerie song. We need services or people gonna die. And of course, dangerous glade warnings are disabled, and trees give more wood. Now, one thing I would like to point out is that warnings are disabled, but still, this is a vanilla glade. I know this is a vanilla glade because it's tiny. This is probably a dangerous glade because it's big. This is probably a dangerous... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying this wrong. This is probably a spicy glade because it's big. So you see, the modifier here doesn't really do much unless the devs wanted to start trolling us by adding small dangerous glades or adding big vanilla glades. We can still tell which is which, and the map modifier does nothing. But that is just fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and clear out our growth zone, because as always, I do want a nice plan on where I'm going to put my buildings. I want to have a really nice square all the way around. Plus, I think we're going to dig through to this spicy glade over here. Yes, like that. And then on the north side, we're going to leave just a little bit of a wall here so I don't open up that glade. Opening glades doesn't increase the hostility of the forest much, but it does increase it a little. And the resources are usually not worth the increase in hostility, especially now that managing hostility has become the core gameplay mechanic, because the devs decided they didn't like my happy burns. I don't know why. I thought it was a pretty good balancing act. But that's what they decided, and who am I to argue with the professionals over at Aramite Games? I mean, they're doing pretty well so far, so I'll trust that they've got a plan. Go ahead and do a scavenger. Get a nice stonecutter's camp so we can get some starting clay. Okay, so we got harpies at least. Okay. Now, I don't understand why the internet is convinced that the harpy passive is the most powerful, being able to carry more stuff. I don't really buy it, but you know what? I don't want to waste a beaver on the hearth, so we'll play with a harpy hearthkeeper. Firekeeper, I guess, is the official term for it. And as always, I will wait to get my buildings until we see our first set of orders, but I can speed it up. Alright. Free oil for every 12 flour. Now, this used to be a god tier item, but they've changed how fuel works in the most recent patch. So, oil no longer gives 5 happiness for being burned. I think it's production speed at this point, which is nice, but not necessarily worth it. Gain a villager for every discovered glade is a great way for me to get villagers fast. Gaining wealth effects for opening caches can be a lot of resolve, but we do need to set up tool infrastructure. And then ancient tablets for every 2 glade events is either a lot of money or some free order fulfillment. I'm going to go with Lost in the Wilds, because I want to try for some of those Utopia deeds that I haven't done. Orders. Alright, let's see what we got. Solve any 2 glade events. Well, I'm definitely going to do that. Open up 4 glades. No, we're not doing that. 4 packs of provisions, 4 packs of crops. I don't like working with packs. It's just, it always feels bad to have to send resources out of the village, especially when there's something so obviously going to be done here. So I'll take Problem Solver. Get an ancient tablet, or open up 4 glades eventually. Now, this isn't timed. It gives us some building materials, and it gives us the ability to carry more items. This seems superfluous, given that I've got a harpy on the hearth. And this is 60 food for 1 ancient tablet. That's a pretty good deal. But, I mean, I'm already going to have to solve 2 glade events. So I'm already going to have to open 2 glades, and I'm probably going to open 4 glades total anyway. So why not? Yeah, let's go with this. Solve any 2 dangerous glade events. I'm sensing a theme here. Is anyone else seeing the theme? That I can just do everything by solving glade events? Fantastic. Love it. Well, we know we're doing just so many glades. Ooh, okay. So, this was a recent addition that it'll give you a little warning if you can get the building from doing an order, so you don't, select one and mess yourself up. Clay Pit is fantastic, and normally I would love to get this, but locking in pretty efficient building materials of all 3 types instantly is my first pick. It's just too powerful. So we're grabbing the workshop, and hey, the Clay Pit came back around. Wait a second. Did I not get the plantation in my embarkation points? Did I mess that up? I must have messed that up. Great. Well, here, you know, let's... So, planks is obviously worthless. This would just give me simple tools, so we're not doing it. Packs of provisions are great for trading. Flour in barrels are also pretty good, especially if I can get like a bakery or if I want to make wine. Speaking of wine, I'm thinking I'm actually going to go with the Alchemist's Hut, because we can make the Spark Dew Collector, and that'll let us get to crystallized dew. Plus, cosmetics is good for harpies, and wine is good for beavers. Now, you might think cosmetics and biscuits, because biscuits are also good for beavers, and either humans or lizards would want incense, so the apothecary is about equally good, but I'm going to get the Alchemist Hut, because it is all things that I can definitely use right away. I mean, I don't have the materials to build them, but I could hypothetically use them on the species that I already have, so no matter what happens, I'm pretty much guaranteed to get some use out of it. Now, the reason I'm collecting this clay first is I'll want to be able to make some bricks, and we have quite a few in food supplies. Like, we just got tons of food, so I'm not too worried about collecting this food yet. Let's go ahead and turn off coal burning, because I might need it to lower the hostility of the forest. Got amber. Oh, that's right. I didn't take the plantation. I took the scroll delivery line. Ooh, that's even better. Both beavers and harpies like education. I didn't screw that up at all. I was just thinking about something else, apparently, and forgot what I chose to do and why. I assume you've done that. Alright, now we are locking that at 4, because that is exactly how many it takes for us to make a workshop. We'll go ahead and put a beaver in there. Now, I'm kind of okay with my people being slow during the storm, which is why I'm not too worried about lowering the hostility of the forest. And, well, it's also why I'm not too worried about making housing just yet. I'm trying to get my economy up and running as fast as possible, while not quite opening any glades. Yeah, so we're just gonna have a nice, slow start. Nothing's timed. There's no need to rush on anything. I'm just going to deal with the storm by getting rid of some woodcutters. And now this is empty. So we can start getting some food up there. How we coming? Okay, so we don't need to produce any more fabric. And I can delete this. Any more planks or any more bricks. Now when I X that, it just goes back into the general storage, and the reason I'm unchecking this is so that they'll deliver it immediately and we can get to work on making the workshop. Alright, so our third race is humans. Beavers, humans, and harpies. I don't need a ton of humans. No, might as well. Let's start working on getting some species parity up. And for our second cornerstone, more wood, but slowed planting and harvesting. This is really good if I want to burn wood for fuel to lower the hostility of the forest. So that's a solid thought. Plus, we'll need a lot of planks. Global production is faster, but we can't use trading. No, we're not doing that. Gain a stack of wealth effect every time you sell goods worth 35 amber. That could be nice. Impatience doesn't grow when villagers leave or die. I don't like banking on the fact that people are going to leave or die, but Hostility 5 does have a death effect, and I've been kind of inattentive in my last 2 games, resulting in losing a lot of villagers. So this is actually kind of tempting, but I'm going to assume I'm going to play well. And I'm going to go with this Prosperous Settlement, and we will encourage our people to do trading. Okay, now that's empty, but I should have enough materials for them to build this. Yep, there it goes. And that means I can delete this entirely. I love that it now tells me, like, it has me check if I'm sure and tells me what it'll refund. There's no more accidentally deleting buildings, which used to be a problem.
Yeah.
We're just going to go ahead and let them produce up to however much they can. That should be fine. And I'm going to start working on getting some beaver-specific housing down. You know, it occurs to me that we should clear out more space on this side of the map. Second set of orders. Produce 50 mushrooms and it gives us 5 harpies, or complete 5 trade routes and sell at least 15 goods to get +1 fabric. We're definitely getting this. Fantastic. Okay, and then 100 times for jerky gives us free jerky when we make pie. Alright, with oil and some amber, or a pile of harpies with harpy resolve and some parts if we make packs. Okay, now generally I don't like making packs, but I do have really efficient building materials by having that workshop, so this should be pretty easy to make. The crops might be a little issuous, and the only reason I'm considering this is because the +3 to harpy resolve, and harpies are notoriously moody. They're really easy to take negative, so having that +3 harpy resolve buffer could help. Plus, if I have to feed my villagers jerky 100 times, and in exchange I get the ability to make more jerky when I make pie, this seems really situational. With all the trade routes I'm going to be doing, this seems really situational, and I'm not in love with oil anymore. The most recent patch kind of killed oil for me, so I'm going to go with aiding the flock. Am I over-explaining that? Maybe, but I'm still going to keep doing it. We've got... Yes, yes. We've got 3 beavers not working, which means that's 3 beavers constructing. I should get a blight post up. You know what? I'm feeling... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're going to want to clear out more of that area. And I know I haven't opened up any glades yet. Not here, not over here, and I probably should get started on that at some point. And the queen's getting impatient with me for not doing anything, and since I don't have humans in there slowing it down, her impatience is growing kind of rapidly. But I'm not worried about it, because our people are fed, right? And we're developing some nice starting infrastructure. We got some building materials going. Back a little bit. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to 1, 2, 3. Yes, we are going to. I don't always use it. I don't know if I need to do this, but I like having a second workshop because sometimes you can't produce building materials quite fast enough with one, because you only got 2 people working it, right? And normally building materials are spread out across like 3 different buildings that you're keeping staffed. But I'm not doing that here. Oh wow, we've got so much wood. I'm going to go ahead and lower the hostility of the forest through wood burning. So we're going to burn, what is that, 72, 144 wood over the course of the storm. But this way I can keep my people relatively happy. Complete a row of beaver houses. this. We don't need it there. We're gonna move it up here. Okay, 2 new villagers. Now remember, I took a bonus that gives me a villager every time I open a glade, so I don't need that many villagers every year. Gain +1 to human resolve for every 75 incense produced. Now, over a long game, this could be really good, but I don't like taking this if I have humans by themselves. Like, if I had humans and lizards, who both benefited from religion, then this might be really great. But as it is, it would just be humans. Specialized grain farming techniques. Grain production increased every 25 times it's produced. Now, I don't have any farms currently, so like grain bags may or may not do anything. And since I'm obviously leaving it for last, you can tell I've already decided. Meat delivery line. Got me that free food. It gives us more time. We don't have to worry about food as much. Plus, meat can be turned into a couple of Harpy's favorite dishes, which is great because Harpies are moody. I'm going to stop burning. 3 humans and a Harpy just to get some species parity going. Parity, meaning, you know, equality. Alright, we've got our blight. Nice, nice. Woodcutter's camp has no trees nearby. Well, I think it's about time that we opened up a glade, don't you? Of course you do. It's been 3 full years. We haven't done anything. It's time to open up a glade. Start working on those glade events. Got our second workshop. I'm feeling a Harpy up here, and we're going to use wood. And we're going to set the cap to 20. Alright, we've opened up this. We've got plenty of resin. We can work it immediately. It'll increase the hostility of the forest for 4 minutes, which should be finished by mid-clearance. That is just fine. And in exchange, we can either lower the hostility of the forest by 50, or we can get some incense and some crystallized dew, which could potentially be built into tools. Having some incense is good, but I think lowering hostility is just really, really nice, especially since if we get to 5 hostility, I have to deal with ghosts coming. We have a stone cutter's camp, so I should come down here and probably collect that too.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 humans on this, we have 2 humans on this. That is all fine. And of course, it is time to start making some comforting decorations for my people. And what is more comforting than walls? I don't know. The queen is getting pissed. No, this is not a pissed queen. I'm sorry, it's not. Harpy Blightfighter left? How are you this angry this fast? Oh my word. Oh, right, because yeah, well, I mean, that makes sense. There we go. Seriously. But that does mean I should probably think about, you know what, I'm not going to worry about it. I think we'll be okay. But I do have to unfavor the Harpies so that we can get the beavers back up. The queen is the mildly annoyed queen. Yes, that is much more accurate. The queen is mildly irritated. How you guys doing? Got a minute left. I think we'll make it through only losing 1 Harpy. So that's what I was saying about the one, like the inattention costing me the game. Okay. At least 14 villagers with need clothing fulfilled for 2 minutes. Humans and beavers both like clothing, so this makes sense. Fulfill your villagers' need for luxury 80 times, gives us 3 more beavers, and bonus wine production and some free barrels. Now, I think I've got the ability to make wine. I don't have anything to make into wine yet, but having the ability to make wine, I would need to get a wine service building, something that produced luxury. On the other hand, this seems highly doable, and it does give us, well, I mean, it gives us leather production, and how much are we going to get leather, really? We'll go with that and hope that we can serve some wine. Oh, new clothes again, and serving ale. Okay. Let's be alcoholics. Let's just serve all the alcohol. We will be an alcohol town. It'll be great. And that's bad. Wow, I swear they revamped how much the hostility of the forest messed with people. Yeah. I think that sound means, yep, they have done that, which means I can stop burning all of this. My people are much happier, but of course I am still down, you know, all the harpies. Put a human in here. And we're going to move this a little bit further back. And we really, really, really need to get on our housing situation. So, I need 3 human houses. Because remember, specialized housing is 2 people per house. We'll go ahead and just finish off this area. 1, 2, 3. That'll get us to 12 housed. We need 14 for the next tier. Let's go ahead and drop a lizard post. Woodcutter's camp is in the trees nearby. We'll solve that in a minute. I'm feeling some night ferns. I like night ferns. In the woodcutter's camp, we will definitely have to move a little bit further this way. What are you missing? You're missing planks. Well, you're making planks, so that's fine. Yeah, that all should be fine. Oh, you know what I forgot to make? I forgot to make a harvester's camp. And at some point we need to find fertile ground so I can make a clay pit. Now you'll notice we're at Hostility 2. And at Hostility 2 we have rotting wood. Now obviously I don't want to deal with rotting wood. I want to keep cutting during the storm. So we are going to burn just enough to lower the hostility back to level 1 so we actually get wood from wood cutting. Now, are we going to get more than the, 72 wood that we're going to burn over the course of a 2-minute storm? I don't know. I don't know. But it'll let us keep usefully cutting during the storm at Hostility 1 with a relatively unbothered populace. That storm was very short. Okay. Well, I guess I should get some harpies back, yeah? I mean, they're just going to leave again, but that's the pessimist talking. We can make them not leave. Every 2 burnt blight rots lowers hostility by 10, but you can't sacrifice will that's being corrupted. That could be useful. +1 global resolve and 10% movement speed is pretty nice. Resolving is faster if they're drinking ale. That's leisure. That leisure is ale. Traders have 1 more cornerstone, but travel cost and trade route. No, we're not increasing the cost of trade routes. Let's go with Baptism of Fire. Lowering hostility is generally good, even if it means I can't sacrifice right away. That said, I really do think I should probably get some harpy housing down. And let's put the harpies to work here. to get as close in as we can, because I want to open up this dangerous glade very soon. It is time for us to start actually making progress on our orders, I think. Now that we've got housing for 15 people, I should probably finish up the... Oh, we already have. Nice. Okay, so we got tier 2 down. But of course, we need more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go. Almost in. Which is why I'm leaving some people not really doing anything. You know, I'm thinking we can put a couple of houses. Yeah, well, we can put one house here. And there's another glade. Okay, so this is living matter. It'll consume food on us, but it'll give us, you know, crystallized dew, amber, and some oil. That's pretty nice. Plus a tool shop. But wait, we're gonna get a tool shop for free anyway, so I can take this tool shop apart for parts. Let's go ahead and get people working this. I don't really have enough food production stability to farm living matter, so we're not gonna. We are gonna fire these 2 beavers. We're gonna move this down to the roots, and the reason I'm not having them work it yet is because this is going to consume food. So in the event that we bottom out, I want us to be able to recover faster and not just have more food getting pissed away by the living matter. We have fabric. We don't have planks, but we can go ahead and send some workers here anyway. Even though it's extraneous, I'm going to add some extra ferns. I'm fairly certain that if I do this, people won't actually move in. But I just want to demonstrate it and double check my knowledge. Also, while we're here, it occurs to me... okay, so what happens if we burn this? This is glade event working speed, and this is production speed. Yeah, okay. What do I have for fuel? I have 184 wood, and I have 116 sea marrow. Now, since I don't care about this bonus of sea marrow, like, glade event speed's not really been a problem for me, especially if I don't open glades until... If I open glades only in drizzle, it's not usually an issue. So we're going to say only burn sea marrow, and also make purging fire out of sea marrow. You know, I think for symmetry's sake, I'm going to do that. And they're like, dude, this is half of a garden. Why are you just having an open-facing garden? Well, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my next hearth down here. And we're going to make this garden a 2-part garden. So half of it is going toward this hub, and half of it toward this southern hub. And it will then be a kind of centralized park, which I think always looks really cool. I'm so glad that we unlocked walls. I wish we had gates, but, you know, if you don't have gates, the walls at least get most of the way there. Let's go ahead and get some more people. Let's get our free tool shop. Get the queen to remain only mildly annoyed. There's our next order. Luxury goods, no. They're really hard to make. I don't like doing them. Amber, but otherwise we have to fulfill 120 religion, and that's just humans. Yeah, we'll try it. Did this get finished? I think it did, so that means we can put people here. And I'm going to get some harpies on getting spark dew for us. Plus, we should be getting that fabric. Housing situation looks pretty good. Building supplies, we've got a lot of bricks, but we don't have much access to clay, so I don't... Oh, no, I'm wrong. We've got plenty of access to clay. So let's see. Can I can do packs of crops off of roots, so we'll do that. We're going to turn off packs of provision. No, we won't. We'll leave those on. And we're going to do this with bricks, and we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a single human in there. That should work. And that is going to knock out this quest once we are getting these roots. Food is overall kind of low, and we do need to deal with that. But, oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't built a market yet. We probably should get that done, yeah? Be able to trade for some supplies. So we'll build a market there. Anyone living in this? They are. Huh, I would have thought that this corner being outside the range wouldn't have counted, but I guess it does. That's pretty nice. Now, since we're at hostility, 3, cutting trees is faster, but we don't get any wood from it, which means cutting trees is basically useless. And there's two ways to deal with this. I can lower the hostility of the forest, or I can... Well, basically, I can lower the hostility of the forest, and lowering the hostility of the forest can come from burning stuff and from getting rid of woodcutters. But I need to find some fertile grounds, so I really don't want to lower my woodcutters. Let's go ahead and do some light burning. Remember, sacrificing sea marrow does not lower the hostility of the forest. It is only coal and wood. So let's go ahead and do this. That gets us down to 2, which isn't nearly enough. Okay, that's going to be pretty expensive in terms of how much we're burning, but it does get us down to 1, and that seems nice. Right, I can't sacrifice anything while the hearth is being corrupted. We specifically took a cornerstone that does that, which is why they immediately got unhappy again. Fine. So instead, we shall do this. Now the hearth isn't being corrupted anymore, so I'm thinking if I just burn 1, that'll be enough. And I can put at least 1 beaver back on woodcutting. 2 beavers? 2 beavers back on woodcutting. Now, in case you can't tell, this obviously means that we are trying for this glade and this glade to be our 3rd and 4th glades. Chat says, is there a chance you could adjust game volume down? It's hard to hear you over the music. Thank you for that feedback. I love that kind of feedback. So we're gonna first go in here, and I'm just gonna cut this in half. And let me know if that doesn't do it, because if that doesn't do it, there's some other tricks I can do. So let me know, and I'm glad you're enjoying my explanations. Thank you. That's the whole point. I mean, I also love answering questions. Anyone who talks in chat gets a response, because I don't have that big of an audience yet. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to get questions answered live, come join the stream. But yeah, it gives me something to talk about, so I'm not just rambling and making up nonsense about my people. Significantly better. Wonderful. I'm glad that worked. Thank you. Okay, so we have 8 humans, 13 beavers, and 5. So this would get us to about human-beaver parity, which feels nice to me. This would just send us over the top with beavers. You know what? Let's go over the top with beavers. Okay, allow firekeepers to combat corruption more efficiently. Corruption is slower. Hostility is reduced every time we sell goods worth 25 amber. +1 harpy resolve for every 75 cosmetics. Ancient tablet. I'm going to go with protected trade because we have a theme here of lowering hostility. And now that we have goods sold... Actually, how are we coming on these? Nice. Let's see. We need luxury and leisure. And I've got 2 things to claim, so I should probably claim them, yeah? Oh, jeez. So normally I would love this. This would normally be great. But, oh, hi! Got another person in chat saying hello. Wonderful. Welcome to the stream. So the reason I'm not enthused by this is the workshop gives me fabric, bricks, and planks at 2 stars, right? So these are marginal increases in utility here and here. We've already got the scroll delivery line as a perk, so I've got a ton of scrolls just banked. I don't like using trade goods if I can avoid them. Hi to me in the future on YouTube as well. Great, yes. So here's a reminder that you said hello to yourself, since I don't have the chat posted to the YouTube videos. At some point I should figure out how other streamers do that. The brickyard here, well, it would give us bricks, but we already have that. It would give us pottery, which I don't have, and crystallized dew, which I do from the alchemist hut, which I haven't built yet, but I've got access to. So this is literally just pottery. And then over here, again, trade goods, which I don't want, fabric, which I already have pretty efficiently, and training gear, which is good for harpies, but only at 1 star. So none of these 3 are really great. And then you're like, okay, obviously you're taking the Tinkerer. Except no, because I just unlocked the tool shop from doing one of my orders, which gives me tools at 3 stars. Training gear is good for harpies, sure, and packs of building materials at 2 stars rather than the no stars I'm currently doing at would be an improvement. But after I fulfill this 1 order, I'm not expecting to make more packs of building materials. So this is just training gear, which is, again, not good enough for me to justify building. Okay, that's a bit better. Well, we need a way of delivering luxury. So you would think I would go with the market, but I'm actually going to be greedy. Ooh, but this also gives us cleanliness. I want to take the plantation. I want to take the plantation because the plantation doesn't actually do as much as I thought it did since I've got the clay pit. We're getting a market. We are getting a market. Okay. And here the clear winner is the provisioner. Because let's just make flour, which is the basis of baked goods. Let's just make barrels, which is the basics of like ale and wine. And packs of provisions are really good for trade routes. Chat asks, if you had lizards and harpies, would you have taken training gear? It would have been really tempting to take training gear because I'd have 2 people doubling 2 races with the same services. Really great way to boost the morale of the colony. So it would have been a lot better. But in that particular instance, or are you asking if I would have taken training gear instead of the scroll delivery line? Because that was definitely a yes. I still have trouble justifying a building that only gives me 1 new resource. Oh, you've got plenty of building materials, so we should stop that. And I need to get beavering. And you know what? I've got extra beavers, so I'm going to get more beavers beavering. This doesn't have anyone working it. Let's go ahead and... I don't think I need 3 harpies. We'll make 2 over here. Add a third beaver. We do need more housing, don't we? Yeah. Oh, we've got 20. So the only thing we need is another comfort building. Hey, perfect. There we go. Wasn't here for that choice. Yes. Yeah, so I took the scroll delivery line because I had 9 beavers. And then when we got in and realized it was beavers and harpies, it turned out to be just an amazingly efficient choice. Assuming I can get either my favorite building, the forum, or something else that lets me deliver education. I think the other one is the temple or the explorer's lodge. Okay, we got 4 packs of crops. We got 1 pack of crops here, so I can stop making packs of crops. We are running out of food, which is a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and deliver this. And I, of course, really like having 24 people housed per hub instead of 20. That way, if I lose people, I can still keep my Tier 3 hub bonuses. This is in a universe, of course, where I'm assuming we will get to Tier 3 hub bonuses, so we need a service building at some point. I should probably finish building... Oh, yeah, that's right. We have a service building. What am I saying? Just go ahead and make the... You know what? Let's... Will you count there? Let's see if you count there. It doesn't quite fit. Like, there's a little bit of a gap. But there's a gap here, and this counts as people, so it's okay. Now, I would love an herbalist camp so I could get rid of these mushrooms here. Oh, I've got a lot of tools, don't I? Let's go ahead and turn this into a what? Clay? I'm doing pretty good on bricks. Plus, there's clay down here, so we're going to use this for points. Oh, we are still burning wood. Should stop that. We're running low on wood. Scouts idle in medium abandoned cache. Well, let's stop that. Did that count? It did. Wonderful. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and put a beaver and a harpy in there so we can start serving our nothing. We don't actually have ale or wine. But this way we get the increased carrying capacity by 10. Which isn't nothing. I know you're low on food. I know. We're trying to find a solution for that. Slowly. And I haven't done anything with my trade goods, so I probably should start. Sure, we can sell some infused tools. Don't have anything else I can sell. Right, I'm getting amber every year. In fact, I'm getting so much amber every year. Let's just get all of the trade slots. Not all the trade slots. I'm not buying the third one. But yeah, we're not selling meat. We need the food. But I can sell some planks. And we can sell some parts. Except we don't have packs of provisions. So I can't. That's okay. Let's take a look at a makeshift hearth. That works pretty well. It's not ideal, but it works pretty well. I could off-center it a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, Forager's Camp is pretty good. So is the Grove or the Greenhouse. These are actually a pretty solid amount. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Forager's Camp. And the reason is the Forager's Camp helps me immediately with my food issues. Like, sure, there's just the one patch. but we can start farming that one patch immediately, whereas anything else I'd require fertile ground. We need to find some loose humans that I can reassign. So we are going to go ahead and... You're now a beaver. You're now a beaver. You're all fired. Cut through 3 dangerous glades, solve any 2 events, or have 20 humans. Let's go with the 3 dangerous glades. I mean, we've done all the glade-related missions that we could, right? And we have to open up 2 more anyway. We do need some housing. Let's start integrating our housing a bit more. So it's like an actual egalitarian civilization. We will put a human in here. Put a harpy back in there. People are pretty unhappy, and I can't sacrifice. Or can I? Did we finish clearing out all of our blight rot? I think we might have. Excellent. Now, unfortunately, the only thing I can sacrifice is coal. But coal's enough. Fantastic. Oh, it's being corrupted again. Okay. But coal's enough. That's a human. Putting 2 humans in here. We are going to work on this. So, 1, 2, 3, and then turn. 2, 3, and then gap. 1, 2, 3, and then turn. And those don't count for anything. But I think that should be okay if I take a corner here and a corner here. And we run a wall that way. And you know what? We can finish off this path. And I moved this too far out. It should be in one. So people are pretty happy. Are there any trade routes I can be doing? I should be auto-collecting trade routes, my word. We can sell basically nothing because we don't have any packs of provisions. Oh, no, I can sell. There we go. Believe me, folks, I noticed the food situation. Alright, we're in Drizzle. Year 6. Get some beavers going. And once again, I do want to focus on clearing to this dangerous glade. So we're gonna beaver, beaver, beaver. Every 2 villagers with the need for education increases global production speed by 5. That's great. Global production is 30% faster, but no trading. Definitely not. Sacrifice a villager for more fertile soil. We haven't found any fertile soil, so that's useless. Calming the forest is done retroactively. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to lower the hostility of the forest by 50 immediately. And since we have to open up more dangerous glades anyway, that's just going to help us control how hostile the forest gets. Which, again, we're trying to avoid this hostility 5 death event. Okay, let's go with 311. That seems nice. Plus it gives us more coal, which I should no longer be burning. Stonecutter's camp has nothing nearby. Well, that's fine. We can go ahead down here and start collecting some clay. Meanwhile, that's all built, that's all built. We never did build any of these things, so I should probably get them up, huh? So we'll get that alchemist hut, we'll grab a tool shop right behind it. And then I'm thinking around the back, we'll put a nice provisioner. We'll just make this a whole little industrial zone. And you know what? Despite the fact that a friend of mine has successfully argued that loose crates and barrels are just basically trash, let's add them in anyway. So that'll cover all of our industry. The only thing we're lacking here is a crude workstation, which we don't need. For food, we don't have anything. Clay pit, foragers camp. Yeah, we've got all the camps built. Trader has arrived. Hi, buddy. So what can you sell me? You can sell me a plant. Oh, well, we've got a ton of money. That's great. Let's go ahead and buy the plantation then. Let's make woodcutters go faster. Let's just buy out all this. We've got so much amber that it's fine. I do want to make packs of trade goods. We don't need this or this. Pickled goods are good for beavers. Pie is good for humans. Jerky is good for humans and harpies. Let's go ahead and get some jerky. I'm thinking 61 resin. Plus all the copper in the world. Maybe not all the copper in case somebody wants to buy some. That'll get us food for a bit. There we go. So that is not wonderful. Chat says, all I have to say is I've never been behind a Walmart that didn't have stacks and stacks of pallets, so barrels and bonuses make plenty of sense there. Right? It's an industrial zone. Plus it lets me make this a nice, even block, rather than having a zigzaggy thing there. But we should stop making provisions here. Oh my god. Yeah, that's inefficient now. I'm gonna delete this building entirely. Yes. No, I meant to click yes. Excuse me. There we go. Thank you. Now we want to come up here and provisioner. Sure, you could make flour if you find any. We're not going to make any barrels, but we are going to make so many packs of provisions. Go. Alchemist hut. Hut. Okay, yeah. Cosmetics and maybe some wine. If it comes down to it. Crystallized dew. Now, humans would be happy working here, but harpies have a chance of double production. So I'm going to throw harpies in there, because I'd rather have double production. And then here, crystallized dew. We're not actually going to make any barrels or water skins yet. I think that works. Let's see, I could put 2 more people collecting spark dew, but I've got 104 spark dew. I don't feel like I need to do that. Let's finish running some roads around this neighborhood. We definitely need some more housing, so we should probably see to that, yeah? Get some human housing like so. Make a nice intersection. Realize I left myself a one-space gap here. That doesn't really work well for anything. Harvester's camp has nothing nearby. Well, that's okay. Clear that out. And you're working on packs of provisions, which you're about to finish. Okay. What that's going to let me do is do some more trade routes so we can finish this order. Getting close to this glade, which I think is going to overlap with the storm. I'm not super jazzed about that. You know, I just realized what I can do. What if that neighborhood doesn't go that deep? What if that neighborhood goes like that, and I put harpy houses? Notice the harpies are pretty happy just from having cleanliness and jerky. So that's nice. That's getting us a little bit of reputation. There we go. Okay, so it's going to take us 4 minutes to work this. We can do it with scrolls, which is great. And in 10 minutes, it kills 10 villagers. Okay. Now, while working it, though, minus 10 global resolve and 300 hostility in the forest, which is really bad. Like, really bad. So 10 minutes. If we've got 2 minutes here, plus a minute and a half of... Well, plus, we'll say it's 2 minutes of storm. That would get us down to 6 minutes. I think we're going to be able to work this if we start immediately in drizzle next year. So that's what we're going to plan to do. I'm going to go ahead and bring this harvester's camp down. We're going to make that humans, because we're going to have the harpies fix this herbalist camp. Now we're going to see about trade routes. No, definitely not. Sure. No. Sure. Yep. Oh, that's all my trade routes. Okay, that'll work. Yeah. We never have planks. I really should stock up on a second group of people working in here. But also, I really want to upgrade this hearth. We need human... Is this a human house? That's a human house. That'll solve humans. So we would need another beaver house, which I would go ahead and put like so. And then... Night fern, 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 night fern. And of course, night fern. Okay, don't need the weaver. The skewers is good for... Okay, so, skewers, copper bar, and ale. Ale, solid. Both humans and beavers like it, and we need it, but it's only 1 star, so I'm not taking that. We've already talked about why I'm not taking the weaver here. We've got the press as an option, but I'm not sold on oil. Like, production speed isn't great anymore. Isn't all that great. I've already got a better way to make flour, and I'm not going to do luxury goods, so we're skipping the press. The cookhouse, though. The cookhouse gives us skewers, which harpies love, and biscuits, which both humans and beavers like. Biscuits do require flour, but I've got a provision where I can make flour. And then pigment can be used for making scrolls, which both harpies and beavers like, and for making cosmetics for the harpies. So we're going with the cookhouse here. Okay, now the harpies finished fixing the herbalist camp, so we can finally get rid of these mushrooms. Plus, that's a little bit more food for us. And we're in the storm. So, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to go ahead and focus them up on this side. And of course, we have to wait for this to get burned before I can sacrifice anything, if I even wanted to. Now, you should also notice that at this point, we're getting kind of far from our main storage. So it's about the right time for me to get a second storage building down. So we are going to go ahead and make one right here. And we'll make that cookhouse along there as well. Double checking, make sure I didn't forget any other buildings. Chad says it would be cool to have a different plant in each of the four corners of that garden, like coral, nightfern, fungus, and bushes or something. Like one here, here. Oh, like for like this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner? That's a really cool idea. I don't want to go back and undo everything I've already done though. But that's a really cool idea. I think I'll try that next time. That does sound really nice. Thank you for that. I'm gonna do what I'm used to doing right now, which is just symmetry. Well, not quite symmetry, but almost symmetry. Okay, we already gained trade routes. Give another amber. Receive a bunch of packs of provisions, or prices are 5% lower for every gained hub level. Yeah, let's make trading real cheap. Show me beavers.
Hey ho, hombre. Oh, yeah, ha. Hey ho. Oh, hey ho. Oh, hey.
Right, and we had to work this immediately.
Oh, hey, howdy.
So a point in 20 ambers versus +3 global resolve, 25 bricks, and 5 ancient tablets. I'm going to go with this one. It just seems more lucrative overall. And we've got so much wood that I'm going to go ahead and actually burn some to offset. Wow, okay. So it's going to be 4 minutes. I think we're okay. Huh. That's going to be a problem. Let's go ahead and turn this in. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have luxury and cleanliness currently. We need leisure and religion. So we straight up don't want the bathhouse. Like, I've already got something that covers that completely. The tavern, leisure and bloodthirst would give us access to 2 more, as would bloodthirst and education. Leisure is one of our orders. Plus, it's a +3 to global resolve, whereas the Crown Chronicles is +1 global resolve for each rebuilt or salvaged ruin. So we salvaged a tool shop, and we rebuilt an herbalist camp so far. So that would be a +2 global resolve, as opposed to a flat +3. But the only reason I'm looking at this is because we already have the scrolls for education. I'm going to get the tavern. We have 22 tools, so I should probably... ooh, +2 to cloth. I like that. Let's go ahead and take that.
Yaha.
Meanwhile, it occurs to me that I've got a lot of stone reserves that I haven't been using, so let's go ahead and make some stone roads. I'm thinking we'll stone up this area, and that area, and that'll cover most of our industry. There we go. Okay, that's 4 glades. And blocks ability to sacrifice goods in the hearth for a global resolve bonus. Now, I would normally do this right away. I would love to go solve that. But right now, I'm sacrificing goods in the hearth specifically to keep my people from leaving while we work on this dark gate. And I'm about to run out of the ability to sacrifice coal. Anyway, yeah. So we're not going to worry about that event just yet, and we're not going to turn this in yet either, because the Queen's Impatience is currently giving us lowered hostility, and so I want to keep that hostility, you know, low, because this is increasing it by 300. It's so much. You know, we can totally rebuild this.
Yeah.
Trader has arrived. Hello, Jorg. Let's go ahead and see what we can get from you. Well, we can then get harvesting is faster, grain production, reputation, faster arrival, and storage capacity. Sure, why not? Let's grab all of that. Now for food, first off, do I have any of these left? I do not. I've got so many packs of provisions, though I don't think I need more. We got a tavern, so ale would be huge. We should probably buy that. Maybe buy some biscuits. And a whole lot of grain if we can manage it. Now I'm willing to part with, I think, 10 resin, all of my money, 71 sea marrow, 61 of my sea marrow, and that's giving us more global resolve from that. Fantastic. We are very nicely stable right now. This just has another minute to go, and then we can work on the other blade event. Plus, we've got eggs that we can be scavenging. Where's my scavenger's camp? Right here. It's already being worked. Okay, great. Let's look at trade routes. Now, we could sell... I don't want to sell that. Ooh, ancient tablets give a ton of money. The reason I'm selling such small amounts is I'm trying to raise my trading level with each of these settlements so that they'll give us better deals. And that's where the real money comes in, is from later better deals. Okay, Harpy Resolve is low. We've only got 9 seconds left before that happens. So that's pretty great. We're still doing a lot of burning to lower result, or to lower that. We've got 20 resin. Let's go ahead and increase our global resolve. This will take a little bit of time to work, but they should be able to finish it just as the storm's hitting. You know what? Let's go ahead and deliver that. And what can we get? Oh, we can get a guild house. Yeah, we're getting a guild house. And you're like, why are we getting a guild house when we've got, like, we've already got a way of delivering luxury? I am going to try for the Beaver Utopia deed with this run. The Beaver Utopia deed requires you to have 30 beavers with 15 beaver houses and a guild house. Forager's camp has nothing nearby. Well, I mean, that's fair. We've got enough food that we're not too fussed about that. Let's go ahead and move this over here. You know, I think I can move... Oh, I can't move it. Okay. But it occurs to me that I might want to think about putting another hearth in. Oh, can't fit that way. Could fit this way, though. Right, I should have someone working the cookhouse, shouldn't I? Let's see, if we do meat and I think broccoli for skewers, and then we do biscuits with flour and roots, and then for pigment we use insects. Then up here, you can use the pigment to make crystallized dew. Herbalist camp has nothing nearby. Excellent. We'll bring it down here. We will get some of these mushrooms and berries. Woodcutter's camp has no trees nearby. Okay, we can solve that. Let's just go ahead and go here. We're going to clean that up a bit. We will just clean up this whole edge. Square it off nicely. We kind of abandoned our cutting to the north here, so we should probably go back for it at some point. I forgot to empty out my foragers camp. Whoops. Should be fine. We need harpy housing. So we'll make some. Plus, I'm thinking we will get a wall. How are you looking? So that's 13, 14. We've got some gaps here that aren't going to do much, but let's go ahead and put night ferns in them anyway. Okay. So you're going to be at 14 out of 16, and we will need 2 more. Seems pretty straightforward to me that those 2 more should just go ahead and be benches. Right there. Actually, let's make a whole row of benches. Right, we hit hostility 5. See, this is the thing. I always lose track of what I'm doing, and I need to stop doing that. It's bad. I lose people. Also, Still don't have a plank. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just put some humans in here anyway. We've got basically no food. Should be looking at trade routes. We're not selling ale. I could sell some copper, sure. Oh, I don't mind selling bricks at all. I don't mind selling a lot of bricks. 9 minutes for 35 amber, though. I don't think I need to go that overboard. That seems like a lot. $14 minutes to get 80 amber from 5 ancient tablets. Sure, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do that. Giant vegetables, protected trade a second time, stone being able to be produced in the clay pit, or bonus harpy resolve when we make cosmetics. I'm going to go ahead and go with protected trade for a second time, so we can keep lowering hostility. We're going to keep going hard on the beavers. Let's go ahead and move this down here. Let's just dig our way all the way to the coast. Why not? We're just going to clear all this. Meanwhile, we should also put some beavers in this. And we need one of everything in here, because I always insist on one of everything in my service buildings. You are now tier 3, which is exactly correct. We can grab another human house. So between the extra harpy moving in here and a human house, that'll get us to our 24 for our second hub. And let's go ahead and run a road all the way back along that side too, just because I think it looks nice. Stonecutter's camp is out of stuff to do. We'll move that up here, I think. Unless... Nope, that's a... Oh, wait. There's more clay deposits back in the corner. Human firekeeper. Do we have any planks yet? We finally have some planks. So let's go ahead and move this just a little bit closer in. Actually, I think what we're going to find is that we need to actually move it to this side, so I'm not going to do that yet. Wow, everybody is so happy. Am I still burning? I'm not burning anything. Okay, people are just happy from the services and the tavern and the protected trade. That's all really nice. They are super happy. Oh, right, I had people die, so let's add some more cooks in here. How's our employment doing up here? Pretty solid all around, I think. We have tons of building materials. Does anyone want to buy building materials? You want to buy planks, of course you do. The one building material I don't have. Well, you'd buy some tools, that'd be spiffing. Oh, we can sell some resin, that sounds nice. When's our guy coming? 2 seconds. Well, better talk to him then. With our 55 amber. Bonus ale production. Harvesting is faster. Traders showing up faster. Let's go ahead and get harvesting and grain on the off chance that we need it. We are going to buy more ale, pickled goods, maybe some pie and some jerky. And in exchange, we'll sell you, I think, 68 bricks. And how about 106? Wow. And of course, selling that increases the wealth modifier that we are getting from... where was it? This. So we've gained 6 from selling so many goods. Plus, we've sold enough that we are lowering the hostility force by 150 from protected trade. How much have we lowered it from the fire thing? Minus 90. Yeah, we are lowering the hostility a lot, and it's making people happy. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get to a utopia, because I think my people are going to be too happy to let me build it. Just saying. There we go. Now I think I can probably justify building another storage building down here, so we're gonna. We've got leisure, so let's go ahead and turn that in. And let's go ahead and drop a guild house. I'm just gonna make my people super happy. The scavenger's camp is out, but that's okay. We've got eggs and roots down here that we can pick up. And because we're about to win, you know what that means. It is time for us to get our nicely balanced screenshot. Heck yeah. Save it as something innocuous. Because in just a few moments, it's really peaceful. All right. So we won a game near the Haunted Forest and in the Royal Woodlands on difficulty normal or higher. That's one of the new deeds. It has to be. So let's take a look at our points. We got a win. Of course we did. We got Reputation 14 with Impatience left of 14. So even though the Queen got mildly annoyed early on, we eventually just showed her how excellent of a Viceroy we were, and she forgave us for our initial slowness. We completed 6 orders, got 5 regular events, 3 dangerous events, 1 forbidden event. Did it in less than 12 years with 40 villagers and 50 amber in the bank. So let's go back to the world map. And we will spend our goods. And we're going to go out that way. So we'll grab both of those. Go over to our upgrades. Scroll for a while. And let's see, our options are gain 2% global production speed and +1 carrying capacity, or +3% trader arrival speed and a building that I'm never gonna use. Let's go ahead and get the global production speed. And that is going to do it for this episode of Against the Impossible Storm, where we took Deedly out to the royal woodlands and just had a nice, smooth run with a mildly annoyed queen, and of course, plenty of beaver housing. Hashtag housing for beavers. I really want to thank everyone who showed up in the chat. Comments from the chat just make the stream so much better, as well as feedback. That helps me adjust my sound, make sure the quality's coming through okay, and that is a better experience for everyone all around. If you're watching this on the chat, in Twitch, live, remember you can see all the past episodes of Against the Impossible Storm over on YouTube under the name Dread Canary. It's got a playlist. We're like 39 episodes in, and each one's like an hour and a half, so if you just want something on in the background, I can keep you company. If you're watching this on YouTube, you are welcome to catch me live streaming Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern and Friday nights at 9:30 Eastern. We do this until I've completed 2 cities, or roughly 3 hours, whichever comes first. We'll see how that pattern survives once we start dealing with some of the higher level difficulties later on. But for now, that's what we're doing. And I appreciate all the time you spend with me. Remember to like, or if you could, go ahead and subscribe. I would really love to get to the point where YouTube would be willing to throw some money my way, and if the channel gets big enough, I would love to get some kind of promotion going with Aramine Games when this goes live in Q4 of this year. I think it'd be really cool to be able to do. If we had some kind of backing, or like, I don't know, a giveaway, or some kind of cosmetic, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not in association with them at all, but it'd be great if we could get there, and I think more visibility around the game could help. In the meantime, thank you again for your time. I hope to see you in the next one, and have a great rest of your day.